In a previous video, I introduced the Attakus Jabba the Hutt statue from 2002, so more than 20 years ago at this point, and I said that was the largest Jabba statue that's ever been made. Of course, I was referring to commercially available statues. That Attakus Jabba is the largest and I think one of the most impressive statues. So I was really interested when I heard that Attakus, the same company, was going to be releasing a new Jabba. It was going to be part of their Elite line of statues, which is largely comprised of reissues of their previous statues, but in a smaller scale. I kind of assumed that they would just be doing the same with Jabba, but a while back, I found some of the first pictures online of this statue, and I could tell it was completely different, which, for me, personally, I think was probably good, because I like to get new things and not just have the same exact thing in a different scale. It did, however, take me quite a while to actually acquire this thing, because I haven't been able to find, even today, anywhere in the US that is selling this. Attakus is a French company. They primarily seem to be selling in Europe, and all the places I could find online that had it available were in Europe. Finally, I kind of bit the bullet, and I bought this from a Spanish online retailer. It's not a cheap statue, but I really felt I needed it for my collection, and I thought it was pretty nice looking as well. So that's what I want to look at today, is this new Attakus Jabba statue. It took me like 3 years of kind of hemming and hawing before I finally went ahead and bought it as a kind of birthday present to myself a while back. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it in this video. Now, one thing I want to do, of course, is look at the scale. I mentioned that these new Elite statues are 1/10 scale, and I guess that's what this is supposed to be. It's a little hard to tell with Jabba. I don't have any of the other 1/10 scale Attakus statues that I can compare with it. They haven't released any other Jabba's Palace characters in that scale. And if you'll look at the way this has been sculpted, you can see there's no room for a Leia statue like they had in the other one. If we look at the universal standard of measurement, which is the vintage Kenner Jabba, we can put him right there. And, you know, he's big. The Attakus statue is big compared to that, but not really that big compared to the original Attakus statue, which we can see right here. You can tell there's quite a bit of difference there, not only in scale, but also in terms of the style of the sculpting and everything. They do seem kind of similar in the paint job, but they have gone less heavily green on the new version than they did in the original one. If we want to look at some of the details here, I think the face is actually really well sculpted, even though it should be less green than it is. They seem to have used more or less the same eye decals that they used on the previous statue for his eyes here. And if we look down a little bit more, we can see that they have included his arm tattoo, although it looks kind of too large to me, frankly. His arms in general look a little bit beefy compared to what they probably should be. But anyway, we move down here. We have some nice tans and oranges and things. And we also have his tail scar, which is a new addition. Other than that, it's fairly similar in general, feel to the original Attakus statue, even if it's less cartoony, a little bit less of a caricature, I think, than the original one was. One slightly odd addition is this here, which you can find on either side, and seems to be some sort of ear flap or something. I don't think I've seen anything quite like that on other Jabba figures or statues before. Well, that's probably about all I can say about this new Attakus Jabba statue. I like it pretty well. And, I've had it around at this point for several months and haven't made a video about it. I haven't really seen much else available on YouTube in terms of English language reviews of it either. So I thought I'd get this video out there. I'm interested to know what people think about it, especially in comparison with the original Jabba statue or with, some of the more realistic Jabba statues that have been made from Sideshow and so forth as well. As far as I know, I now own all Jabba statues that exist in terms of officially commercially available statues. Let me know if you think I've missed something, but I'm relatively sure that I have everything, which is kind of an interesting feeling. I kind of thought we might see something more in the way of statues for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, but so far we haven't really seen that, so who knows, this could be the last Jabba statue ever made. Let's hope not. As always, my thanks go to my Patreon supporters, including these Palace VIPs, and of course my Hutt royalty, Angelica Brady and Jesper Mertu. If you'd like to help support the channel for as little as $1 a month, you can check out the link in the video description. And thanks very much for watching.